Imagine waking up to a phone call that sounds like a prank, where a legal firm informs you that through a series of improbable genealogical coincidences, you have become the accidental beneficiary of a private Rothschild trust. Suddenly, you aren't just invisible anymore, you are the most sought after person in the room, but your biggest challenge isn't the wealth, it's the psychological architecture of your new life. Most people think they would be boring or out of place in high society because they have a nothing to say problem, but the truth is you actually have a too much to filter problem. Your internal critic is likely stealing your words before they leave your mouth, telling you that your thoughts are too weird or random for the elite. To survive this, you have to turn off that critic and understand that you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be authentic. When you walk into your first high stakes gala or board meeting, remember that people will make a judgment about you in the first 3 seconds. Most people walk into intimidating spaces with their heads down or eyes on their phones, sending a signal that they aren't available and should be left alone. As the new kingpin of a trust, you must walk in with your head level, not arrogant, just level, looking around the room calmly as if you already belong there. Make eye contact for just a second and give a tiny smile or nod, which plants a seed in their minds that you are friendly and approachable. This stops you from being invisible on purpose. Your body talks before your mouth does, so avoid the common mistake of standing with hands in your pockets or shoulders hunched, which makes you look closed off or nervous. Instead, let your arms hang naturally or rest one on a table, keeping your chest open and your posture relaxed. As news of your fortune spreads, you will encounter people who try to provoke you or trigger an emotional reaction to see if you'll crack. They aren't attacking you because they hate you, they are starving for emotional energy and validation that they can't create themselves. Every sharp reply or frustrated explanation you give is just fuel for their fire. To handle these toxic interactions, you must use the grey rock method. You make yourself as uninteresting and unresponsive as a literal grey rock, offering no emotional highs or defensive lows. When someone asks a provocative question to get a rise out of you, respond with short, neutral answers like I don't know or not really. You aren't being rude, you are simply refusing to be the source of drama they are seeking. You cannot win a game you refuse to play. And by being strategically uninteresting, you win back your peace. When you find yourself in conversation with other elites, don't feel pressured to have the most interesting stories. The secret to being magnetic isn't being interesting, it's being the most interested person in the room. Most people treat conversation like a computer program needing the right input command, which is why they default to plain toast questions like what do you do? Instead, make magnetic observations using specificity, slight exaggeration, and implied stories. Use the magic 3 word phrase, I bet that. Say things like, I bet that coffee saved your morning, or I bet that book choice has a story. This removes the pressure for them to perform while showing you are paying attention to them as an individual. If the conversation stalls, look for threads in their stories like a spider web of potential topics. If someone mentions a business trip, don't just ask how it was. Look for threads about travel habits, the city they visited, or their personal frustrations with work. Use strategic ignorance by playing dumb about things you actually understand to make the other person feel like an expert. Ask questions a curious 12-year-old would ask, like, how does that even work? Or what's that like? People will queue up to talk to someone who makes them feel important and heard. Navigating the complexities of a Rothschild trust means you will be flooded with new information about finance and law, but you must avoid the consumption trap. This is the belief that reading more pages or watching more videos automatically means you are learning more. Your brain isn't a sponge, it's a muscle that needs active training. Switch to active learning by testing yourself, explaining concepts out loud, and connecting new ideas to real life problems. If you spend an hour with a strategy that helps you retain 50%, you are far more efficient than someone studying for 5 hours and retaining only 10%. When you are in meetings where decisions need to be made, use the 5-second decision rule. When a thought pops into your head, you have exactly 5 seconds to say it before your internal critic filters it out. Your first instinct is usually more authentic and engaging than the polished version your filter would approve. Furthermore, become comfortable with silence. You don't need to fill every pause with nervous chatter. Existing calmly in a space without needing attention is actually what attracts it. When you are comfortable with yourself, people sense that there is no pressure around you, which allows them to relax and open up. The most important shift in your new life is the validation paradox. Stop waiting for people to validate you or give you permission to exist in high society spaces. Measure your worth by your own presence, not by whether others choose to talk to you. Walk in assuming you belong, radiating the energy that you are fine whether you are noticed or not. Ironically, the moment you stop chasing attention is the moment everyone starts noticing you. Finally, you must know how to end conversations gracefully to leave a lasting impression. Use the perfect exit formula, which consists of appreciation, a reason, and a bridge. You might say, "This has been really interesting. I had no idea the trust's history was so complex, but I should probably head back to my hotel before the rain starts. I'd love to hear more about that project later. Mind if I connect with you on LinkedIn?" This acknowledges the value of the person, gives a non personal reason for leaving, and creates a pathway for future connection. By mastering these psychological tools, you don't just become a beneficiary of wealth, you become a master of your own social and cognitive world. Stay solid, stay still, and remember that the one who can't be triggered can be controlled.